Hi, this is USA Today's Will Keck with another Celeb Watch. Today we're at the POW Entertainment offices of comic book creator Stan Lee, who's going to show us some of the props from two of summer's biggest movies, Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk.
Hey, Will!
Playing with your toys, Stan.
Glad
as
to
always.
see you.
Good to
How
see
are
you. So, Stan, now this is an earlier version of Iron Man before he becomes the red and gold familiar icon that we know. This is sort of how Iron Man looked in the early 60s. Is
The
that
funny
correct?
thing is, this is the first one we did. It was so clunky. I mean, it was great for the time, but after a while I said, we've got to get something that's more modern.
Robert Downey Jr. actually wore this mask.
Oh, yes.
What do you think of him in the role of Tony Stark, of Robert Downey?
We were so lucky to have him play Tony, because he was born to play Tony Stark, born to be Iron Man.
Why?
He pulls it off so beautifully because Tony Stark is a guy, he's very wealthy, he's very brilliant, but he's not a perfect guy. He's susceptible to alcohol.
Well, you know, Robert, of course, had his own demons that he
Yeah,
overcame and made him a stronger man, and so he has some similarities, I think, with Mr. Stark.
And somehow Robert Downey Jr. was able to get that vulnerability as well as that glamour, that feeling of a man who's a billionaire and a powerful man who can accomplish anything.
But Iron Man is not the only one of your heroes coming to the theater this summer.
This was the color he was when we created him. But the printer had trouble with the color gray. I said to the printer, what's going on? And he said, we have trouble with the color gray. Pick another color. There was nobody around that I knew of who had green skin, so I said, okay, we'll give him green skin.
How do you think that Ed Norton will be different from Eric Bana's Hulk?
With no disrespect to Eric Bana, Norton is such a fine actor, and he cares so much about this. You know, he worked on the script also. And I just have a feeling that he's going to bring something to it that's going to make it more than just a superhero movie.
So what's the latest on this whole, you know, you followed Ed Norton, he wanted it one way, Marvel wanted it the other way.
I always am sympathetic to the guy who's passionate about something. And Ed Norton is such a great talent. If Norton had his own feelings about this, I would be inclined to think, why don't they listen to him?
Well, at age 85, you are still triumphing over all these characters, all your creations, and there seems to be no end in sight. Stan, I can't wait to
we
see.
finished so soon.
Congratulations, the summer of Stan Lee. This has been Will Keck with USA Today. We'll see you next week with another one of your favorite Hollywood stars.